And in the red corner, it's Wanchalern Sidrungsak, 25 years of age. He started fighting as 10, 5 feet 4 inches tall. He's had 60 professional fights for 8 losses and 4 draws. And in the blue corner, Poomengnoi Sor.Kriengsak, 23 years of age. Started fighting when he was 10. He's 5 feet 5.5 inches tall. He's had 40 professional fights for 15 losses and 2 draws. On his knees, performing the Wanchalern, which is the first stage of the Poomengnoi dance, is Wanchalern as he stands up and then struts around the ring to do his particular rendition of the Poomengnoi. And there on his knees is Poomengnoi performing the Wanchalern. The Poomengnoi is the traditional fight ritual dance of the Muay Thai exponents. And there's Wanchalern. He's finished his Poomengnoi, as has Poomengnoi. So the referee brings them into the centre for final instructions. The fighters will then go back to their respective corners and have their Mong Kong crowns removed from their head. That's decoration only for the dance ritual. And also the garlands, of course, were wrapped around their necks. They'll come off as the bell sounds to indicate that the start of round 1 is impending. And it's Wanchalern in the red and Poomengnoi in the blue. Let's see Wanchalern there standing back, sizing up Poomengnoi in the blue corner. Both fighters very evenly matched. Wanchalern's the slightly older. He's had 25 fights. Should I say 25, he's had 60 fights for 8 losses. And Poomengnoi, 23 years of age, he's had 40 fights for 15 losses. So actually, in fact, the tail of the tape would show that Wanchalern would be favoured to win this particular contest. Wanchalern, 2 years older, had the experience in a very, very classy fighter. Wanchalern is too. Very fast with his kicks and mixes them well, as you can see, and plenty of strength. And Poomengnoi is certainly no slouch either. He's a very talented, experienced fighter. So this could really steam up to be a classic encounter here. Both fighters, hard punches, strong kickers. And when it gets into the grappling, and wow, this is a really heavy first round. No beg pardons in this opening round. Both these fighters are out to dominate from round 1. And Wanchalern smashing him with his elbows and spins Poomengnoi away from him. Poomengnoi straight back into the centre of the ring. Both fighters mean business as the bell sounds to end round 1. Well, you don't often see the first round of Muay Thai so intense as that round was. And look at this, hard roundhouse to the body, and there's a response by Wanchalern. He gets back and whips that kick in, and then follows up with a double kick and then a punch. So Wanchalern showing in the opening round that he doesn't intend to lose this particular encounter. He's hungry for a win, Wanchalern. He's got a very impressive performance when you look at his record. This is his 61st fight. He's only lost 8. So he would see Poomengnoi as a person that he should beat. And Poomengnoi will be under a lot of pressure if he's going to upset Wanchalern in this particular encounter. But there's still 4 more rounds remaining. Anything could happen in Muay Thai. Wanchalern standing back, and there's Poomengnoi taking a couple of kicks, but he shows his strength and forces Wanchalern back. So don't underestimate Poomengnoi. He's very determined in this encounter, just as is Wanchalern. Both fighters. Centre of the ring. Good punch by Wanchalern, scored. He's got his elbow cocked, and then he fires in a wild kick that misses. So Wanchalern not right on target, no doubt under a bit of pressure here by Poomengnoi. Poomengnoi, tough opponent, stands his ground against Wanchalern. Wanchalern guarding his head with his forearms. Poomengnoi moving in. Look at the eyes, the hawk eye look by Wanchalern, waiting for Poomengnoi to attack. There he goes. Wanchalern lashes out with a hard roundhouse, and there comes Poomengnoi back with a kick as equally as hard. Wanchalern standing in the centre of the ring with a glare that could kill. Poomengnoi smashes in the roundhouse to the body. This fight is intense. Poomengnoi, the centre of the ring, neither fighter giving 1 inch of ground, and there's the referee telling them to keep it up. As a good referee does in Muay Thai, his job is to make sure that the fighters fight to the best of their ability, and believe me, there's a lot of ability out there at the moment. Into the grapple. Knees being exchanged and punches by Wanchalern. Well, I've never seen, it's been a long time since I've seen an intensity as strong as this for the first 2 rounds. Look at this, punches by Wanchalern, left and right. He wants to finish it off, and Poomengnoi says, I'll take as much as you can give me. Poomengnoi standing back, Wanchalern picking his mark, waiting for his opportunity. And a good defence by Poomengnoi, standing his ground. Wait for the action to happen, and there it goes. In with the roundhouse kick by Wanchalern. Didn't really connect very hard to Poomengnoi. He does a full spin attack, but did not score. Wanchalern's a perfectly balanced fighter. He's got lovely balance with his punches, and he's also got a whip-like action with his kicking. And he's fairly tough when it gets into the grapple as well. So end of round 2. Wanchalern goes back to his corner looking very confident, as he always does. And Poomengnoi, well, Poomengnoi right into this one. I'd say that after 2 rounds, if anything, there'd be only a slight advantage to Wanchalern, mainly because of his attacking mode, as you saw there. But really, there's very little separating these 2 fighters as we go into round 3. Interesting to see if Wanchalern tries to go in for the grapple and try to wear down Poomengnoi with his knees. Or will he stand back? And that's a bit dangerous there. Poomengnoi spotted the opening target around his midriff and fired in a hard roundhouse kick, and that took Wanchalern by surprise. So Poomengnoi getting a little bit more confident as this fight goes on. He had a very strong testing opening first round when Wanchalern lashed out with everything he had, but to Poomengnoi credit, he stood his ground, and here we are in round 3, and he's actually taking the attack up against Wanchalern. Wanchalern in a bit of trouble there as Poomengnoi came in on him. Poomengnoi in the blue corner. Starting to look good here in round 3. Wanchalern may have to change his tactics a little bit. There's Wanchalern standing back, Poomengnoi looking around and fires in a head-high kick, and you saw the way that Wanchalern just ducked underneath that kick, and if he had been standing still, he could have taken that one very hard on his head, but Wanchalern saw it coming and ducked down, then fires. That was a good head-high kick by Wanchalern, and a punch. And Poomengnoi, to his great credit, is taking everything that Wanchalern's throwing at him. That was a good head-high kick, though, by Wanchalern. You can see the sweat bouncing off the head there of Poomengnoi as it came crashing in onto him. And that's one of the great things about the Thai fighters, the amount of punishment they can take. They can give it out as well as taking it. And you're seeing here 2 fighters that can both give it and take it too. Wanchalern in the red. The experienced fighter at 25. See the way he just pounces in there and whips that roundhouse kick in. And Poomengnoi took it in his stride. Now Poomengnoi on the attack, forcing Wanchalern back. Referee having a look at Poomengnoi, telling him to keep on going. He realises that Poomengnoi can keep right up with Wanchalern, but he wants to see Poomengnoi do his best. Roundhouse kicks by Wanchalern. Poomengnoi comes back tactfully. Oh, that's a bit sloppy there by Poomengnoi. Not the crispness that he had in the first 2 rounds, and that could mean that he could be starting to tire a little bit. We'll have to see. Certainly, Wanchalern hasn't had all his own way, and Poomengnoi, in fact, has been able to match Wanchalern for most of this fight. But I did notice there a little bit of laziness, was it, or was it tiring on Poomengnoi? Let's see what happens. Wanchalern comes back hard at him, and oh, look at the way Poomengnoi was forced back then. Well, Certainly is an entertaining fight, tough fight here in round 3. And I think that last little stanza there where Wanchalern forced Poomengnoi back may have given him the upper hand for that fight, but there's very little in it. There it is, roundhouse kicks being exchanged. There's a roundhouse low leg kick, and there's the constant roundhouse barraging, and you can see there as Poomengnoi. Well, actually, you look at that, it wasn't so much the power of Wanchalern, it was more the fact that Poomengnoi was caught on the wrong foot. And you're watching Muay Thai.
It's the Grand Prix of sea, the toughest sport ever could be. When you're fitter than Superman, then you're an ocean man. Run, swim, paddle, row, you're a different breed of man.
Ocean Man, the quest for the ultimate aquatic athlete. Part 1, Tuesday, 9 p.m. on Fox Sports. Starting Friday on Fox Sports, it's a rugby union extravaganza. First, ACT versus France. The Brumbies try to put their Super 12's loss behind them as they take on the Five Nations champions France, live and exclusive. On Saturday, Argentina against England. It's the second test, and the English are looking strong as the Pumas try to halt their charge. Followed by New Zealand and Fiji. In a build-up to their tour of Argentina, the All Blacks take on Fiji in a sure-to-be hard-fought test, live and exclusive. Then Natal versus the British Lions. The Lions tour continues against the Currie Cup champions of South Africa, live and exclusive. On Sunday, it's a double-header. State of the Union Game 2. The Waratahs and the Maroons battle it out in one of the greatest rivalries of rugby union. Followed by a replay of Natal versus the British Lions. Non-stop rugby union starts Friday, 7:30, only on Fox Sports.
Coming on Fox Sports, round 7 of the Australian V8 Supercars. Round 6 belongs to Glenn Seaton in the Ford Falcon.
Can Seaton do anything about the Shell Helix Falcon of John Bow?
After wins in the first 2 races at Eastern Creek, Bow was threatening to block the copybook.
Oh, he didn't say that!
The V8 Supercars Round 7, Lakeside, coming Monday the 16th on Fox Sports.
Muay Thai. Well, there's some of the Vaseline cream being put across the face of Wanchalern to make sure that there's any nicks there that they won't develop. Also makes his face a bit slippery too, no doubt, when the roundhouse kicks a fight in there. They might slide off rather than impacting. So let's see what happens here in round 4, often known as the winning round. The reason being that the fighter that usually can dominate round 4 can go on with it in round 5. Is certain to win the fight. So let's see if any fighter here, either Wanchalern in the red or Poomengnoi in the blue, can gain the ascendancy here in round 4. Poomengnoi watching closely as Wanchalern dances around a bit. Poomengnoi attacks, strong attacks, and Wanchalern had no comeback then. Well, Poomengnoi, the slight underdog I would have put him as at the start of this fight, is showing that he can match it with Wanchalern, and he's opening this round 4 the right way. And there he is. Nice, precise roundhouse kick there by Poomengnoi. So Poomengnoi a little bit in front here in round 4, as I have it. Smashes back at the roundhouse kicking of Wanchalern with his own roundhouses and scoring well. So Poomengnoi stalking now onto Wanchalern. Wanchalern standing back. Good roundhouse by Poomengnoi. And again, not much response by Wanchalern. Wanchalern does come in with a second attack, but defended very well there by Poomengnoi. This has been a pleasurable fight to call, this one. It's had all the action, and you can see the endeavour of both fighters. First-class performance by both. Poomengnoi doing very well against Wanchalern. And that was a good head-high kick there by Poomengnoi, and that really stopped Wanchalern. And Wanchalern, a little bit shocked there as that kick came through. Caught him off guard. In the centre of the ring again. Both fighters, as they were in round 1, slogging it out. Kicks and punches, and that's Poomengnoi. Did a little bit better than Wanchalern. Wanchalern looking maybe a little bit tired here in round 4 as Poomengnoi is keeping up the attack. Scores the roundhouse to the body. Wanchalern stands back. Yes, I think that you can sense that Wanchalern is tiring, and that's good indications for those that are supporting Poomengnoi. Poomengnoi, the younger of the two fighters, as this fight goes on. That was a good round for Poomengnoi, I thought. I don't know if it was the winning round for him, but certainly there's a fair amount of confidence in Poomengnoi as he went back to the corner, and a little bit of consternation in the corner of Wanchalern at the end of round 4. And this is the reason why. You can see there that it was Poomengnoi which had his timing right, and he was able to score a little bit more points than Wanchalern was in that round 4. But in this particular encounter, it will go right down to the line, and I wouldn't like to hazard who's going to win this one at this stage. Possibly Poomengnoi after round 4, but round 5 will be the decider. Into the centre, into the grapple. Knees by Poomengnoi, knees back by Wanchalern. Another one by Wanchalern. There's the response by Poomengnoi. Equal encounter, but a lovely kick on the back there by Poomengnoi. He saw Wanchalern turn his back, and he slashed him with a roundhouse kick, and that would have scored him points. Could have even been enough for him to indicate that he's going to win this fight. If it all goes even from here on, I would almost say that Poomengnoi classic attacking move there may have won it for him. But you can see that Wanchalern is coming back hard as he scored on top there in that particular grapple. There's the knee attacks going in. Poomengnoi holding his ground. Wanchalern getting desperate now as he realised that time is ticking away. He needs to score and score fast. Into the final straight of round 5. Wanchalern attacking hard with knees, but look at the resistance of Poomengnoi. He's got his knees working hard. Hard knees by Poomengnoi. He's really meeting the challenge head on with Wanchalern. And Wanchalern, desperate now, realising that he could be losing this fight. Poomengnoi a little stronger in the grapple. And Wanchalern starting to tire here as we go into the final stages of round 5. Oh, a bad miss there by Wanchalern, and he paid the penalty when Poomengnoi clipped him with a light kick. And again, showing his determination to win this fight. So Poomengnoi turning Wanchalern around now. Wanchalern certainly looking tired here as we go in to the final seconds of round 5. I think that Poomengnoi may be in front. It'll be close. Possibly Wanchalern outscored him in the first 2 rounds, but only by a slight, slender margin. But then for 3 and 4, Poomengnoi came back, particularly in round 4. And now in the 5th, I think he's done more than Wanchalern. Although that was a good kick there by Wanchalern to come out at him. But you can see he's getting, his timing isn't there, Wanchalern, mainly because of tiredness. And Poomengnoi is playing percentages now. He thinks he's head on points. He doesn't want to do anything to risk his points advantage. So he's standing back now and waiting for Wanchalern to do all the attacking. And Wanchalern just doesn't seem to have the strength left to put any pressure on Poomengnoi really in these final seconds of round 5. So a confident Poomengnoi dancing around, shows his respect to the older Wanchalern, then carries Wanchalern back to his corner. And I suppose that's an indication of how this fight will be determined. The stronger Poomengnoi will probably get the nod. We'll wait for the decision. Who is the winner? I'm picking Poomengnoi in the blue. And it is the winner, Poomengnoi, the winner on points in a very tough, close encounter and a very strong, determined performance.